specificity that if I could convey it to you, your mind would be, you'd think DMT was for children. If you don't know what a Riemannian manifold is, if you don't know what a determinant line bundle is, there's no way you can ask intelligent questions about alien visitation.
This is all very hard for the average person to follow, but I think
it's not about the average person.
What's wrong with string theory?
I'm going to say the same thing again. First of all, if you ask me technically what's wrong with it, I would say to you that, let's say, the explanation for 3 generations of matter based on an index of 6 on a Calabi-Yau manifold at every point in space and time is not the right explanation. You're not going to be able to handle that. I understand that, so we can't have that conversation. People don't understand what I did or why I did it, because it's different enough and it was weird enough that they didn't grasp it. Autism is not necessarily a bad thing.
I think it's a competitive advantage in the right dose.
There's a sweet spot. There's a sweet spot of autism. I think I'm beyond the sweet spot.
Back to Dresden. I think this mostly should be covert. I don't think we need to take credit for this. I don't think the Israelis should say we dealt with the problem over here, and the U.S. should say we dealt with the problem over here.
Do you mean clandestine?
How are you distinguishing those?
Clandestine means secret. Covert means deniable.
I'm not sure I understand all that you...
This isn't your podcast. This is my podcast.
Right, but we're talking about my life. Am I right?
We are talking about your life, but if that's what you want to do, I don't know that I'm that interested in doing what I was going to do, which was to try to get your ideas out into the world curated by somebody who isn't you. You know, one of the things, and by the way, I've had this issue with you.
Do I take it we are not in a podcast at the moment?
We are in a podcast. Fond of saying, I love you guys, not as much as I love Gen Z. Gen Z is my children, right? Yeah. So you guys are my audience, but Gen Z is my kids. So I love you, but not as much as Gen Z. Your parents don't love you as much as I love you guys. The federal government destroyed Americans who had political beliefs that the government didn't want to continue. And I don't know whether you are grasping that. The wonder that is Ed Witten's brain is beyond almost anything I can communicate. They're afraid of that man.
That one guy?
Oh, yeah.
He's the tyrant that's pulling the strings behind the string. He's the string theorist.
No. Everybody who's gone up against this guy, in essence, has lost. He's terrifying.
Of people who know nothing losing their jobs.
Look, we need to bring back exclusion.